Well, my name is Perpetua Fasamipita, and this is Social Media Pulse. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Monday, May 16, 2022, arrested 7 Accountant General of the Federation, Mr. Ahmed Idris, in connection with diversion of funds and money laundering activities to the tune of 80 billion naira. Now, the Commission's verified intelligence showed that the AGF raked off the funds through bogus consultancies and other illegal activities using proxies, family members, and close associates. The funds were laundered through real estate investments in Kano and Abuja. President Muhammadu Buhari reappointed Mr. Idris for a second 4-year term in June 2019 amid criticisms from labor groups who said the Accountant General should retire after turning 60. And from here, we take reactions from Nigerians before I get to know what you have to say. We'll start with Tayo Ajikawo. I like that name. Ajikawo, you wake up in the morning to count money. Ahmed Idris is presumed innocent until found guilty. However, nothing will happen. We are in Nigeria. And then the famous Adamu Garba. Who remembers Adamu Garba? Who adjusted?
We do. We do.
Oh my gosh, he says, this is the cardinal damage caused by the current administration. An accountant general who is supposed to maintain the public account was arrested over 80 billion naira fraud. 80 billion naira. This means he stole 400 naira per Nigerian citizen of 200 million people. Just one man. What a shame to APC government. I think we just take those two reactions.
Well, the first,
I'll let him go first.
The first, fellow that commented and said we are in Nigeria, nothing will happen. You can't blame the person. Again, it's all about precedents. What has happened to various issues of, corruption over time, especially under this administration's watch. As I said earlier on the show, the most prominent one has to be honorable off your mic. I mean, the whole scandal was there. There was not even an investigation that was launched. The president didn't even give a directive like, okay, you're suspended until, investigations are concluded. Nothing happened. Not until, he resigned a few days ago because of presidential ambition. He was still a minister. So when, such a fellow or other Nigerians have the viewpoints that, oh, nothing will happen, not them, you can understand where they're coming from. Now, that's one. Two, when Adamu Gava did this calculation, 400 naira per citizen, or even over 200 million, by the way. But let's leave it at that. It's ridiculous that a man who is in charge of the federation's account is meant to ensure that it
probity is and everything.
Exactly, it's ridiculous. And again, it just shows you how much of a fight we have to, fight against corruption.
My question really is, how do these people come to be? Because the person who was before him was also accused of the same thing. And his was even 2.5 billion. And then you're coming in, and we're talking about 80 billion. How did they get to power? How did they, did I say get to power? I mean, how do we appoint these people?
The thing again is this. It's all about precedents. Who has been punished? No one has been punished. And not just punished in terms of a slap on the wrist, but, due punishment. It's when there are, prevailing cases of people who have committed certain offenses and they've received, the large end of the stick in terms of justice. That's when it can serve as the deterrent to others. And just quickly, before she chips in, I think over time what you've had is people commit these atrocities and, nothing is made of them in terms of punishments. So others are emboldened to even steal them more. And that's why we find ourselves in this situation.
Well, in a nutshell, I think what has been said, what should be said has been said, because coincidentally, we discussed this with Femi Emmanuel, the paper discussion segment, reviewing the newspapers. He also mentioned the same thing. So when you talked about the person before him having to steal 2.5, I laughed because something just came to my head. It's just random. You have to what's the word? You have to exceed the works of your fathers, right? Well, that was what came to my head, and that was a random thought. But then looking at it, the first commenter said, Nigeria, nothing will happen. But then I want to say with confidence that I think something should begin to happen, if I should use that pidgin word, just so that people will sit back and steal and then maybe go to jail for a while, and then they are sure of presidential pardon, because that presidential pardon thing, it made a lot of Nigerians, it destabilized Nigerians. You're wondering, okay, so if they can steal this much and give them pardon, then I should steal, and I'm sure
it's not just even one person.
I think we should just
so many people.
So many people, yeah. So let's just go on, please.
All right, now for the second story, a lady has reportedly shaved the hair of her younger sister for leaving the house without her permission.
Wow.
Now, looking at that particular video, the elder sister severely beat her up and shaved off her hair because she left the house 8 a.m. and came back 6 p.m. There you have the video of the hair. I mean, you can see it and you can see the write-up. A lot of Nigerians have reacted to this particular one, and I think I'll just start from the very first reaction we have here. The first reaction we have is from Mary Jane Ohacho. And then Mary Jane Ohacho says, lol, LOL, if you do me this one, we just start with that. I remember when my mom did this to me, then I'm not proud of myself. Oh, but wait till I use her eye see, mine was worse, because now for market she cut him. She no can't allow me cover him. Had to walk the walk of shame home. He pay me, but wait till I do pass her, pain her pass. Anyway, then the second person, underscore CC underscore Nita says, she go still wear wig, come out again. Just be very close and friendly with them so they can be very free to tell you things. And finally, at Empress underscore Ashake1 says, lawlessness everywhere. Child abuse begins at home. If it's outside, they did this to your sister, you will come online to ask for justice. Come on, there are better ways to chastise a child. Okay, let's start from the woman.
Better ways to chastise a child. When I saw that, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. without permission, living in your other sister's house is wrong, no doubt. But then, does two wrongs makes it right? Two wrongs has never made it right. It will never make it right. So how are the best possible ways? These children of this day, they would do worse. The worst thing you can do is to cut my hair. She'll go and scrape it again, and she will go out. As far as the child was wrong to have done that. But then handling it in a better way would, sometimes so.
So what's the better way?
No, sometimes the way to make people feel guilty is to treat them the way they don't expect to be treated. She would expect to be punished. But if you come and you sit down and you tell her, give her reasons why she shouldn't do that, you know that yes, she's having a reasonable thought. Well, that was a better way, other than shaving and beating up, which is usual.
Anyway, I guess we'll have to end it here, definitely. I mean, a whole lot has been said about this particular one. I just feel that was a little far, but that's all on social media buzz right now.
Thank you, Perpetual. Well, I just wish we had a lot of time to discuss this particular one, but
that's all right.
thank you so much, and thank you so much, amazing viewer, home and in the office, wherever you are the joy of our.
Yep.
I was going to say a joy of our service, but it's not a service right now. A joy of the show this morning. Thank you. Please do well to join us tomorrow. And any other time, I'll leave you with a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt that says, great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. So quickly, Perpetua and Samson, what do you take from this?
That's what it is.
Okay.
Creatives, geniuses, they think of creative ways to, solve problems. It's all about idea thinking.
And from ideation to reality, that's
simple.
it.
Well, finally, if all you do is discuss people, just know you have a very small mind. You don't have a small mind wherever you are, whether you're in the workplace, wherever you are. You don't make discussing people your business. That's how small minds do. And I'm sure you don't want to be associated with people who have small minds. It's not a very good place to be. Trust me. Well, my name is Margaret Opera. Do well to join us next time. And after now, iBrandTV has a lot of more shows for you this morning. Stay with us.
And I am Perpetua Fasami Pizza. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.
I'm Samson Lady. Do have a wonderful day.